Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, All Things Taylor, with yours truly just in time for a brand new Motivation Monday. One of my favorite times of the week that I love getting to share with you guys. Before we dive right in, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and comment below with your thoughts on this week's Motivation Monday. What are you guys currently working on? Are you struggling with anything? How do you feel this week? I want to hear about it. Comment below. And who knows, maybe other people in the Taylor Army on this YouTube channel are going through some of the same stuff. And that way we can all be a part of someone else's survival guide someday. And you never know who you might be helping. All right, so I talked about this on my YouTube channel, and I meant to say on my podcast, but hey, we're on YouTube, so we're in YouTube mode. My YouTube channel, yes! That is how you hold yourself accountable for mistakes, everybody. It happens. We're all imperfect human beings, and that's why we're perfectly awesome. All right, so a lot of people are going to say you're too much of this, too much of that, you're too much, you're picky, you're stubborn, you're dramatic, you're bitter, you're unrealistic, you're mad, you're dramatic, you're this, that, and the other. Those aren't your people. Those people say that you are those things for a reason, because they can no longer control you, manipulate you, or you are no longer serving their need of you. All right, those are not your people, but that does not mean that your people are not out there. All right, so instead of looking at the negatives of what you're saying, understand what it actually is and use that as motivation, hence Motivation Monday, to move forward in being more confident in who you are, but also who you want to become someday out in the world. Because every day is a new opportunity to be better than you were the day before, the week before, the month before, the year before. Be so focused on being better versions of yourself that people don't even know you anymore, okay? Because the you that they knew is an outdated version of you that does not exist anymore. So anytime somebody tries to use those words at you, remember this. You are not stubborn. You have just realized you do not need to change who you are to be happy and to help somebody else be happy. Remember, you do not need to make yourself feel small so somebody else can be big. That's not a circle, that's a cage. Learn the difference. All right, you are not selfish. You have finally just decided your standards, they're non-negotiable, as it should be, okay? You are not needy. You just decided you'll never settle for being half-loved, okay? You do not deserve to be half-loved. You deserve somebody who loves you for you on your best and worst days and wants to genuinely see you be happy and successful, okay? Find somebody that wants to love you for who you are and who you want to be someday. That's your person, okay? You do not deserve to be half-loved. Find somebody that understands your love language, okay? Because that varies from person to person. We all need to be loved in different ways because we were all different people who have had different experiences in the world. Some that are our fault and some that aren't. Some that are fair and some that aren't. Find somebody who speaks your love language and loves you the way you deserve, not half-loved. All right, you are not too much. If somebody thinks you're too much of something, just remember, you are not too much. You're just done asking permission to be your real self. Be who you are, and remember, like I always say, be free with your authenticity. That is the most powerful thing that you can do. Be free with your authenticity, because that way nobody has power over you anymore, because you have owned your own shizit. Okay, remember that. When someone says you're too picky, you are not too picky. You've just decided you're worthy of the same love that you give to others. Okay? If you are giving of yourself to others and you are not receiving that in return for the right reasons, then those aren't your people. Do not settle for that shizit. Okay? You are not dramatic. You've just decided to no longer ignore what your limitations and what your gut intuition tells you. Your gut intuition is there for a reason. Stop ignoring it and use it. It is trying to tell you something, just like your limitations as a human being are telling you something. Go work out your own shizit and listen to your gut, okay? Own your shizit. Own it. You are not unrealistic. Let me say that again. You are not unrealistic, okay? You have just decided that you've simply decided, okay? You have decided that your past mistakes will not define what you are capable of going forward into the future. Say that with me. Your circumstances, your past mistakes do not define you. You define them. Once you have learned from your circumstances and your past mistakes, those are now lessons, not mistakes. Use that knowledge to be a better person and to move forward. You define your circumstances. Your circumstances do not define you. Can'ts, won'ts, and don'ts ultimately stand for what you decide they do. It does not have to be negative, all right? You are not too much. You are not unrealistic. You are not dramatic. You are not too picky. You are not too much. You are not too needy. You are not too selfish. You are not too stubborn. There's a positive out of everything, as long as you're willing to dig deep enough to find it. This has been the latest Motivation Monday, and I hope this helps you all to learn how to be confident in your own skin and confident in using your voice and learning how to be a better person than you were the day before, and so forth and so on. Because you have an opportunity to earn what you deserve every single day if you seize those opportunities to be who you want to be out in the world someday. All right, everybody, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and comment below. Talk soon.